One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Will have to use its first time out of the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass. It's Gideon. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Using the quick game. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. They send the tight end in motion. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Gideon. Fires toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert third and long to keep it going. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it out with a touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Dahl. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter to getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy's no different. He has a chance.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Sooners come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they did.
To the air, it's Dahl. Gets it to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Completes it in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Dahl. Catch in the middle, it's Aurora. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They're working that left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows are tiny, and that's why the teams that can run the ball the best generally are the best red zone offenses.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown Sooners! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Gideon. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had his man for a big gainer, and he just flat missed it.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after 1 period of play as we have a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Dahl. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch on the right side. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Gonna look downfield again. It's complete. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
4 wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the air, it's Gideon. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6.
Let's go!
From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the field goal unit is on the field. He slides that just inside the right upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket. He was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Scanning the field, it's Dahl. Under fire. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Makes the catch. It's Maryland. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Now improvising. Into the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Gideon. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man quickly. Just keeps moving. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Alabama quickly back to the line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one.
Brings it to the open. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
He just missed the target on that one, got to put it on his body.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. He'll do it himself. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Alabama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Defense has to do a better job with their assignment football, trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off-play action on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Dahl. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks one deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the 3rd snap, they take another shot, just couldn't come up with the completion.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch. It's Aurora. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I know everyone's yelling, but you didn't get the first down. We need more yards. Think about it. Nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Dahl. That's reeled in, it's Aurora. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
They'll run for him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
The Sooners back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds space on the right. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's a draw. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the 1st half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. second half always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
So now it's second and long. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got a man. It's Maryland. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Sooners want to move quickly. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a man. It's Dahl. Swings it out to his running back. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. Linebacker or safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Rides the back on the option to give. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
He does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me in second and short, second and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to you.
The play action fake. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Back to pass, it's Dahl. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. All out of space.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. Defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
To the air, it's Dahl. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop him.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum, and how do you not like it into the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And it's loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll mark it right at the previous line of scrimmage.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Sooners look to do some damage in the red zone. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Flips it out to the back. There he goes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Wants to throw. It's Dahl. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they've put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns Palooza. What a nice day.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be...
Gonna let it fly. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed. And you got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Gideon. Fires to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Kick is in the air. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Crosses the 45. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
They get to him as he throws. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Maryland. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Beck's going for the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Fights off the defender. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Give to the running back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Uncorks one to the middle. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Pulls it in. It's Aurora. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Offense gets set for second down.
29 Philly, 2-9.
Finds his man. It's Maryland. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
The Sooners line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. On the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a third and long. Still looking, on the move. Can't get him to the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this. And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Going to the running game. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long. So that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. At midfield, he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. Find some fresh air. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, or bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6. The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. He has the first and still on his feet. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football. Great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
The give to the back.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple of more times.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
You sort of think that over the